Warm greetings from Bharat Dental Show. Welcome to podcast Synergy of Dentistry and Beyond, where we explore how dentistry is not only about teeth, drills, and implants. I, Dr. Manali Mehta, the organizing secretary for Bharat Dental Show, welcomes Dr. Trishla Kasliwal as our moderator for today's podcast. We all know that fear shows up everywhere in our lives, in the dental chair, in patient anxiety, in the outside world, saying a no to somebody, walking alone in the night, or just taking some big decisions. Today's guest knows fear very well, and she has made it her mission to help us move past it. Dr. Deeplaxmi Peshwe, welcome ma'am, is a dentist by degree, but a warrior by choice. In her clinic, she faces anxious patients. On the mat, she faces real threats. Both places, she teaches one thing, that strength doesn't mean never to be scared. It means you act even when you are. She calls it strength beyond fear. Not the absence of fear, but the decision to not let fear decide for you. This podcast is called Strength Beyond Fear because every dentist, every woman, every human being needs to hear this today.
Today's guest is someone whom we admire for reasons we don't expect. She is Dr. Deeplaxmi Peshwe. She has done her BDS from Government Dental College and Hospital, Mumbai, has been into teaching dentistry for the last 28 years, a trained counselor with masters in psychology, and a mindfulness trainer who's taught thousands of dental students how to breathe through exam panic. But here's the twist. At age 51, when most of us would think of settling down, Dr. Deeplaxmi earned her black belt in karate from Japan. She trains women in karate-based self-defense, helping thousands move from I can't to I will. So today, we're not just talking teeth. We're talking fear, pressure, steady hands when the case gets messy, and how a martial art from Japan changed the way Dr. Deeplaxmi practices dentistry in India. Today's guest teaches us something that no dental college has ever taught us: how to stand tall in the face of fear. Dr. Deeplaxmi, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Manali, and thank you, Dr. Trishla, for the kind introduction.
Wow, Dr. Trishla, that was an amazing introduction for Dr. Deeplaxmi. At 51 and black belt, that alone is breaking a stereotype. Dr. Deeplaxmi, for all the women dentists listening who think I'm too old to start something new today, what would you like to tell them, ma'am?
Age is just a number, right? You have to really feel what you would like to do and just go ahead and do it. Of course, your family support is very important, right? And you have to balance your work and life. And then I think there are no barriers. You just go and you just do it.
So, ma'am, what made you do karate at the age of 51? Pursue karate at the age of 51, ma'am? What was that one thing which pushed you to do that, ma'am?
Yeah, actually, I started I think in 1999, I started my karate journey. It's not 51, I completed my black belt. So it's been a long while that I've been on this journey. And it's taken me through life as well, dentistry also, psychology, counseling also. So it's been a roller coaster ride, but I decided because that black belt is something to be coveted for, and that gives me a standing wherever I go. So I had decided, and that's the reason why I achieved my black belt at 51. But it's been a journey of various belts, and then eventually training, getting trained, and now training others. So that's how the journey has been.
Yes.
So, ma'am, all I like to say, having a black belt at the age of 51 is truly inspirational. Well, what I wanted to ask you is, many women dentists tell me that I'm scared to say no to a patient or to your staff. Did you ever feel that fear?
Actually, I have practiced in a college only to just correct you all, right? And so there I was surrounded by everyone, and it was a different scenario altogether, right? But whenever you are in a clinic, I would really speak for the dentists who are practicing. I feel you need to listen to your gut feeling. We definitely know that something is fishy or we are not really comfortable with this particular person. So I think you, instead of saying an outright no, maybe you will have to circumvent, and every situation is going to be different. So I think you need to be trained in assertiveness communication for you to really understand, and take a stand, and every scenario is going to be taking a different turn. So thoda andaz lena padega. You'll have to understand, right? And then accordingly, you'll have to know what is the right thing to say at that particular moment, right? But you have to ensure, right? Because we don't know what it's going to lead to. So be diplomatic, right? Try to move things over in the sense, postpone things, maybe call the person later, or, you can also say that this service is not available with me, or I'm not trained for this, or I would refer you to someone else. To be on the safer side, I would want this to be a principle for everyone. Always be on the safer side.
Ma'am, so this is what we talk about body language, which is very rarely spoken and taught in our dental school, ma'am. Like when a patient walks in, it's like you're scared. What do you notice, ma'am, in their posture? Do you see their eyes or the way they are walking in? And what should
what I would say is, see, we all have CCTV cameras. There's a reception, correct?
Yes.
They don't really directly walk into the dental, the place where the dental chair is, right? You have a reception, you have a receptionist, most of us do have. So that would be the first barrier, or the first filter. Instead of allowing the person to directly come in, you can see the person from your camera. Thoda andaz lena hai. You'll have to really, take that judgment, ki how is this person, and you'll have to study psychology also. Right? You'll have to study body language.
How do you understand the body language of the person? I mean, do you read the body language?
Yes. Yeah. Basically, people who are aggressive will have a different body language. The way they move, the way they talk, right? The tone of the voice, right? Demanding, many things. Correct? So, and that gut feeling, your receptionist will also have to be trained.
Yeah, ma'am, that is what we were like. So it is very important for everybody to train their receptionist and their assistants to understand the body language of the patient who is walking in. They have to be equally alert and aware about them, right,
very
ma'am?
much. I would go ahead one step beyond that. Pehle phone aayega na. See, very few people are going to be walk-ins, correct?
Yes.
You will normally get a call. I mean, that's how the practice should be. So when you get the first call, the first contact itself should ring some bells. You should have that alarm system set inside you. What is this type C? And we all know how the patients have different psychologies when they are visiting dentists, right? They are going to finalize the dentist after visiting 3-4 people maybe. Correct? We don't know what has been their previous experiences with dentists.
Many red flags that, when somebody is talking or somebody walks into the practice, what would be a couple of red flags that you can tell our viewers about? Okay, this is what are the red flags which you should be taking care of.
First thing is the attitude of the person, right? Demanding attitude, aggression. They are coming on to us, correct? A very different tone of voice, correct? Which intimidates you. You're taken a little aback. Arey baapre, abhi kya? What next? Correct? That gut feeling itself, I think we women are blessed with that gut feeling, right? Anytime you get, so anytime you have that instinct coming up ki nahi, ye sab, kuch to gadbad hai.
Yes.
Right? We all know, we've seen CID and we all know this. So that ghanti, that alarm bell should be ringing. Ki kuch to gadbad hai. If you feel that from within, then you should be having a strategy also, right? Between the receptionist and the dentist. कि अभी इसका क्या करना है? इसको अंदर भेजना है कि वापस अपॉइंटमेंट देना है कि बाय बाय ही बोलना है? So before you let that person enter the dental clinic, keep that filter there. Only if you are confident, yes, ठीक है, whatever. And maybe you could ask references also, right? To be on the safer side. Everything what we are going to do is on the safer side because we are at prevention here. The strategy is going to be that.
Yeah.
Correct? Instead of, facing something later on, if we can recognize it, identify it, and then work on it. That's going to be preparedness beforehand. And you'll need to have your own strategy with your receptionist as well as your dental staff also, who's your assistant. You have one more person. I mean, you have two people actually, or more than two people. So
usually there are more assistants always in the practice. Like if you have one dentist, you'll have at least a receptionist and two more assistants.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason I'm telling you, you are not alone unless you practice alone.
Yeah,
that's a different ball game, I would say, altogether.
Ma'am, any specific training program that you know of for assistants and everybody pertaining to this, ma'am? Are there anything, ma'am, that you would want to highlight on?
There would be a receptionist program which is conducted by Dr. Telang in Pune. So maybe we could give the details later, and then maybe we could incorporate this part in that training, because right now it's more about the receptionist training and the communication primarily, and how to deal with people difficult people. Yes. One more thing, so that difficultness we can identify, I think. Right, when you're saying something and then if the person is not adhering to what we are saying and is demanding, that's a big red flag.
So ma'am, we should train our assistants also now along with dentistry. I think it's a good idea to train them in handling people.
Very much, you're a whole team, no? Correct, your staff is your team. So everyone should be at par about all this what is coming ahead, or what is
should be equally aware about what you're going to be facing, because even they are women at the day, so even they want to be safe. Their safety is also a priority.
Definitely, and they are going to be the first line of contact.
All are
going to come next.
First line.
Yes,
correct. So maybe a training program for them as well, where they are trained in communication first, and then maybe to deal with difficult people. But the first line is going to be communication, talking in a particular way.
Sure.
So ma'am, the other question that I wanted to ask you was, has karate helped you change your voice? Has it helped you to see things in a different perspective?
Yes, definitely. Because it has given me a power, right? That yes, I can use my hands, I can use my feet. I don't need weapons when I'm learning karate, right? The word karate means nihatte. Okay, with hands only, without any weapons. Correct? So you have to develop that skill. And about voice, definitely the confidence itself is going to raise my voice, right? It's going to give me that power, to at least to understand kya ho raha hai. Right? Taking a decision is very, very important, as Dr. Manali mentioned, right? That particular moment is going to be a critical moment. Correct? We have to use all our senses and all our training into the responses that we are going to give whenever we are in a fearful situation or intimidating situation.
And that's very important what you're talking about, the voice, ma'am. We always say that voice is power. Okay.
Yes.
What is that one voice exercise that you would want to teach women so that their no is heard very loud and clear in the first time itself, ma'am?
So learn to say that no loudly first.
Yes.
Practice no.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Correct? We have a voice, but use it because we are not used to using it. So get the hang of those vocal cords. Maybe you could practice saying no loudly. I'm seriously saying this. Maybe in front of a mirror, or maybe in front of no one else. So when the situation so arises, you can really get that power out and that voice out. Otherwise, then if you're not used to saying that no, that no will not come out.
So ma'am, as women, we are actually trained to be polite. We are trained to adjust. We always told, okay, don't create a scene. So ma'am, I think, does self-defense create that confidence, and does it help to unlearn that conditioning that we have got through several years?
Definitely. See, I'm not saying you not to be feminine, or you can have that part of your personality, but when the time so demands, you have to change yourself, right? You can't be that meek person if you have an attacker in front of you and then go into victim mode. I want you all to come out of that victim mode. Sometimes it's a self-victim mode in real life when there's no attacker. So that unknown attacker is it's a completely different scenario. But I want you all to feel that, I'm not, I have that strength within me. I can do things. I can stand up for things. Right? If you can't do it alone, take help. Take help, have a support system. That's very, very crucial and important that you build up that support system also. And you have to have that training from within. And you need to keep practicing because it's a skill, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically a skill.
Yes, it's a skill which you need to develop from within, ma'am. Yes.
Within.
So, ma'am, if you teach karate-based defense regularly, ma'am, but suppose if it's women have that thing that if they are short, like they're just 45 kgs and they're like 5 feet, who says that I'm not strong enough to do something. What is the first thing you teach her that has nothing to do with the strength, ma'am? What is that inner thing that you would want to tell everybody, that it's not about your height or the weight or your stature?
The body doesn't matter.
Yes.
Okay? छोटे हो, बड़े हो, लंबे हो, मोटे हो, पतले हो. No, that's not going to matter. It's that belief from within that yes, I can do it. Right? And you should have the right strategy. So overcome that belief or those self-limiting beliefs, I would say. How can I do this? This will happen, that will happen. No. You need to know the right tactics and the strategies. And training is a must. Physical fitness is a must, because when the time would come when you need to run maybe from the attacker, should be able to run, right? Should have that fitness to run away from that situation. Or if you need to give a punch or a kick, correct? Your hands and legs should have that strength. So regular training practice is extremely essential. It's not that ek baar kar liya ho gaya. No. It's a repeated, that practice, that muscle memory is very, very important. So you need to develop that.
Yeah. So, ma'am, ma'am, all these strategies that you're talking of,
Yes.
ma'am, can you highlight on what would a woman should be doing, like a basic strategy planning, what all she should be doing regularly in her practice, like what you teach in your training programs as well?
Yes. So first thing I would like to highlight 2 important points. One is situational awareness. Wherever you are going, zara andaz le lo. You mentioned in the introduction what night time it is, right?
Yes.
You know what place you are going. You have to zara dekho kahan ja rahe ho. What all is there? Like, do you have an exit? Do you have people around? Is it a lonely place? Correct? And what exactly is the environment over there? That again, gut instinct will tell you. It's malls, big malls, especially late night and all, in the loos. So it's very sunsan areas. So please don't venture out into sunsan areas if you're alone. Right?
It's like inviting trouble.
Exactly. So don't do that. Right? Next is target denial. Target denial is like that, what you mentioned, ma'am, about that small stature, say 4 feet hai, ya kuch 45 kg hai, all that. Right? But then you need to change your body language. Correct? You walk.
You don't have to be, yeah.
Exactly. You walk in such a way कि कोई भी आके मुझे हाथ लगा के देखो तो, right? I can give back. It's not a question of the body. It's a question of the attitude and your body language, how you're projecting yourself out to the world. Correct? The way you look at people, that's very, very important. How you look at people will give them an andaz ki nahi, I better not mess with this person. This person is trained. See, your body language will say a lot of things about you.
Yeah, once you train yourself, you have a different body language. The confidence comes from within.
Yes. And the way you walk, the way you move, the way you look, people know isse panga mat lo.
Like even if you're not trained, but you just have to be confident about yourself. That is what you need to portray.
Yes.
Whatever be the stature or whatever it is, you just be confident, right, ma'am?
Correct. The way you project is very important.
Yeah.
Correct. And you have to take that andaz. Target denial is very important. The way, because then people will not attack you or will not accost you because they know, this we better move away from this person. right? And regarding some more safety tips, I would say you should always have 112, which is our helpline number, on your speed dial on your home screen. On your home screen, very, very important. You press that.
This is a very important thing. Huh?
Yes.
Yeah, this I'm talking about in India, right? Because we have viewers from elsewhere also, but I'm talking about India. 112 has to be there on your phone home screen. So immediately, if you feel that need of help, press that. If the call goes to police, and it's tracked everywhere. It's all GPS, everything. They would know your location also, right? So they can send for help, and you can tell them. There are various features in it. So I would want everyone to download that app, ensure that you have the right information put into it, and use it when the time comes.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you. That is brilliant, ma'am. That everybody should hear that you have 112 for sure. Yes.
In India, the rest of the country accordingly.
Yeah, ma'am. We talk about here at least it's 112 here. Yeah.
Yes.
So, ma'am, what I wanted to know is you've trained thousands of women.
No, right now, let me correct you. It's not thousands. I'm still in hundreds.
Okay. So let's say you've trained hundreds of women.
And many more to go.
Yes, I'm on the journey now. Right.
Yes.
So what's the biggest transformation that you have seen when you train these women?
When they walk into the training, they are different. Right? But when they walk out of the training, they have got that power and knowledge primarily. They know the tactics now, they know the tips, they feel empowered, so the body language changes. They have that confidence from within, and it's a journey again to overcome that fear. Right? It's not going to happen in just one go that I tell them, and then but yes, definitely the thought process has started. They know, yes, we have someone to teach us, or maybe practice and whatever else. Correct? So that confidence comes in definitely. That is what is important, and knowledge will remove that ignorance which is there. Why are you fearful? Because you don't know. It's that unknown which makes you fearful.
The fear of the unknown, I guess.
Correct? So then when you know, once that unknownness is gone, correct, you see the world with a different lens.
True. So, ma'am, another thing that I wanted to know, that dentistry has taught you precision. Karate has given you power. Right. What has fear taught you?
Fear has helped me go deep within, understand my own responses, right? And find out ways and means to overcome them. Everyone has a different fear. You need to address your own fear. And where is it stemming from? How did I start my karate journey? There was a reason. It just didn't happen overnight, right?
Yes. What is that one reason, ma'am?
Yes,
that is what, ma'am. One reason, ma'am.
Yes. So we had shifted to a bungalow, and that bungalow was in a very Sunsan area. Okay. And then one day when I was walking there towards my house at night, I suddenly realized, "Arey, kisne aake kuch kiya? Something happens. I'm not trained to handle this scenario at all." So that started my journey. Okay, that's how I went into martial arts. And then eventually, after I completed my black belt, then the self-defense came. In the sense with certification and with starting with workshops for other people. That's how the journey has been. So you need to find out your own fear first. Why do you want to know self-defense, or what is it exactly that is happening with you? So you need to go within, sit with your own self, ask questions to your own self. Ki kyun chahiye? Why do I need this? Right? And everyone's fear is going to be different. Your situations are different. Right? So you need to have that understanding and realization. Not everyone is going to be fearful. There's no blanket thing like everyone has to be fearful.
Yeah, and fear is different for everybody. It's not necessary that it's going to be only fear when you are some women are very okay going out alone because they can handle themselves very well. So it's different. Fear is going to be different from everybody.
Yes. So you need to address that first. What type of fear and what is the degree of fear? Is it when I'm constantly having fear? Then it's a different thing. What is that? Because then there's some psychological challenges associated with it. You need to address that as well. That only self-defense training is not going to help you there.
Yes. So, ma'am, coming to that, ma'am, from dentistry to psychology to self-defense, ma'am, there are three absolutely different perspectives, ma'am. So, if you have to get amalgamation of all three of them, ma'am, you've had that today. So, what does it get you today, ma'am?
I think I'm very empowered and confident, to talk to the whole world now. It doesn't have to be only dentists. When I started with, it was only dentistry. So it was, a limited scope of people to whom I could teach or train maybe. But now the whole world, and psychology also, it's been almost 19 years that I've been practicing counseling. So that's given me the mind aspects also. So, and self-defense is also going to be about mindfulness.
Yes.
Okay, I'm a mindfulness coach. So being in the present moment, that's very, very crucial. Your mind is either piche in the past or in the future. It's never here. Correct? So because it's very important, if you get a punch and your mind is in the past or in the future, you will have to just
take it, to just bear it. Yes.
Correct? You won't be able to retaliate back.
Very true, ma'am.
So amalgamating mindfulness also. So whatever I learn, I get it into my trainings.
Yes.
It's not going to be only self-defense, it's going to be the psychology behind it as well.
Very true.
So, ma'am, there are many women dentists who would be listening to this podcast, Strength Beyond Fear. What is that one important message that you would want to deliver that they can remember on their worst day and say, okay, this is what I have to do. So,
this is what I should do, what I should be prepared for. Yes.
Yeah.
So, that message lies in our podcast title itself, Strength Beyond Fear, right? Okay, so that fear is an acronym, FEAR, right? So face everything and rise.
Wow.
Brilliant. Thank you, ma'am. That is fantastic.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
But now please do.
Yes.
Correct? You have to face your fears. Let me tell you that. If you hide from them, they are again going to come. वो विक्रम और बेताल की स्टोरी है ना?
Yes, yes.
Correct?
They were right on your back.
Yeah.
मराठी में we have one term, भीत्याच्या पाठी ब्रह्म राक्षस.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so don't remove that Vetal from and move away and feel that confidence within you, right? And talk it out. Very important.
That's
to
important.
Share, tell someone, discuss. Don't keep it hidden within. Ki dar lag raha hai. It's natural for you to feel that fear. I do get some fear sometimes. It's not that I'm completely fearless. No, if the situation so comes, definitely I'm going to feel fear, but I can feel that fear. I can process that fear. Ki yes, right now I'm fearful, but I know I have the tactics to overcome that fear.
True.
Basic thing is you need to know that in your mind ki yes, I can do it. I am doing it.
So yeah, it's a fantastic message for everybody that self-defense is not only about the physical strength, it's also being very mindful about the whole thing. And both play a very important role. If you have the strength, but if you do not have the mind behind it, you do not want to do it, you will never be able to do it. Right, ma'am?
Exactly. How are your hands and feet going to work if your mind is not going to give that, or the brain is not going to give you signals to do it?
Yes.
True.
Thank you so much, Dr. Deeplaxmi. It was honestly, I came here thinking that we would be talking about karate, but I am actually leaving thinking about how I stand, how I breathe, and how I respect my own fear every day.
Definitely. And then whenever you or however, wherever it is possible, like if you can have live training programs for my self-defense workshop, I would love doing that, having to talk and interact with all our women dentists or whoever else would like to join. That would be giving me more pleasure, and there I can really have that, imparting the training firsthand.
Surely, ma'am. We will look into that for sure for all our listeners today. So everyone who is listening today, if you're a woman dentist who has ever felt that I'm not strong enough for this, save this episode. You really need to see it.
Thank you, Dr. Deeplaxmi. If this conversation made you feel a little steadier, share it with one dental colleague today. Until the next episode, stay mindful, stay curious, and keep learning.
Thank you all for listening to the podcast Synergy, Dentistry Beyond Teeth. Thank you, Dr. Deeplaxmi. It was a pleasure to have you on board.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Manali, and thank you, Dr. Trishala.
Thank you, Dr. Manali. Thank you, Dr. Deeplaxmi. It was indeed a pleasure having you.
Yes.